In continuation of our focus on the new environment law in Lagos, we paid a visit to the Chairman House Committee on Environment, Honorable Dayo Fafumi, for a better understanding of what the law with about 238 provisions entails. Stay with us.
We believe it is worth the risk involved in changing the legislative framework if the reward is a healthier and a cleaner Lagos for our children who are actually our future.
With the introduction of the Lagos State Environment Protection and Management Law, series of reactions have continued to emerge as Lagosians attempt to understand what this portends for them. In order to clarify some issues bordering on grey areas, we visited the office of the Chairman, House Committee on Environment, Honorable Dayo Fafumi, who describes the law as a blessing to Lagosians.
Well, essentially, the new law came about as a result of the need for us to change the face of environment in Lagos State. You will agree with me that before now, the existing law, we discover a lot of conflict in operation of these laws. And in the vision of His Excellency, it's only, Excellency has a mindset that he feels we're not doing enough in the area of environment. And he wants best practices in Lagos, considering the fact that, the population of Lagos keeps increasing on a daily basis, and it comes with its own problems. In a way to address this problem, the existing laws that we have cannot sufficiently address these problems in the area of waste management. And that is why when you look at the law, what we have done is to have to consolidate all the laws on environment.
There are about 238 provisions of the law covering all aspects relating to environment protection and management, water supply and much more. Honorable Fafumi puts the provision as it relates to waste management in perspective.
Currently, when you see the way the PSP operates now, they build single apartments, some pay as much as 500 naira per month, some pay 1,000 naira, some pay more. And such a unit under this new arrangement, though the money will be paid once a year, is definitely going to pay less than what they are paying currently. And we have opportunity if you are not being served. There is a place where you can lodge your complaint. If you are not satisfied, you can appeal. The law had given, strength to the rights of average Lagosians. Aside all that, Lagosians will benefit from what CLI, Clean Lagos Initiative, stands for. It's not just about waste management, solid waste management alone. It involves street sweepings. It involves cleaning our waterways. It involves cleaning our secondary and tertiary drains. It involves solid waste management, processing and stuff like that. So in a way, it's something that Lagosians need to embrace because it's a better way of moving forward. For a long time, you see people cleaning our highways. In the middle of the night, early in the morning, some of them get knocked down. And when you leave the shores of this country, you don't see anyone cleaning such highways. You see motorized equipment doing all that. And what this law seeks to do is to allow a concessionaire to come with this motorized equipment. The way the lives of our people are so dear to us, and we have to do everything to preserve their lives. And that is why the concessionaire will come, take care of those highways, use the equipment, clean it the same way it's the streets of London, and every other place is being cleaned.
With the new law, Lagos Waste Management Agency LOMA becomes a regulatory body as a new company takes over disposal and management of domestic waste, while PSP operators are confined to commercial premises. He speaks further on this.
Well, LOMA will continue to operate as a regulator, and in addition to that, LOMA will look at government institutions like the Secretariat, like here, like every government institutions, and still take care of cutting away their solid waste and still continue to manage their solid waste. It's not as if Loma, we just want to take away Loma from being a competitor. Because when you are meant to regulate and you're a player at the same time, you are the referee, you set the rules, and you are equally involved in the game. You can always shift the goalpost. That's what we're trying to, avoid.
He also sheds light on why it's not a breach of the Constitution for the state to venture into waste management.
The provisions under Section 7 and Section 8 allows for the state government, through its legislative house, to make laws for the local government as it concerns its establishment, functions, creation, and all sorts. Now, the functions of the local government as stated in the 4th schedule of the Constitution. For any local government to do any of those provisions, to do any of those functions stated in the provisions, it must do it pursuant to a law made by the State House of Assembly.
As Lagos sets to implement the law, it is essential that more enlightenment and sensitization exercises are carried out in order to assuage the fears arising from areas in need of clarification. It would also be in the best interest of the state to ensure everyone's interest is factored in to avert situations where cases of lawbreakers skyrocket. Don't forget, you can always be part of Eyewitness Report by sending in those photos and videos of events happening around you. Begin by downloading the Channels TV app if you haven't already. Launch and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness icon. Then tap on it and then follow instructions on how to upload your story. Do endeavor to add a form of contact, such as email or telephone numbers, so we can get in touch and follow up on your stories. Now, let's see some of those you already sent for the week.
Ajay Kayode is glad that in less than 24 hours after Channels Television broadcast an eyewitness photo of a broken pole and twisted electric cables at Miyake Junction, Oronshoki, Ikeja Disco has fixed the problem that has kept them in darkness for a long time. Meanwhile, the next photo shows an electric pole about to fall, located in Awoyaya Lekki Expressway. Our eyewitness reporter calls on the Eko Disco to fast-track its repairs. Similar situation is seen at Kingdom Hall bus stop, Abijo, Lekki, Lagos. Olarotimi is disturbed by the constant blackout Akoko has been thrown into as a result of alleged ineptitude of the Benin Electricity Distribution Company. He says this has gone beyond an acceptable limit. Zendesha's lenses caught a not-too-pretty sight of collapsed electricity poles at Gbagba Street, Boko, Benue State. He claims the incident that led to the collapse took place on the 4th of April and still has not been fixed. Next is a video of a drunk driving incident on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. The driver was said to have been spotted by another driver who cautioned him against reckless driving. He had barely driven off when the drunken driver crashed the vehicle. FRSC and other road traffic regulators are hereby called upon to ensure safety on our roads. Another video shows some distressed Onosa residents, Ibejuleki, protesting the harsh treatment by Fragile, a neighboring organization threatening to take over their premises by fencing them in and blocking the entrance to their homes. They are calling on the Lagos State government to come to their aid. A similar video comes from Irewole, Irebowale, Ifesuwapo, all in Ogijo, protesting the demolition of their property by another individual claiming ownership. They say their lives are threatened and therefore need the Ogun State government to intervene. Finally is this video showing a flooded John Ehizohale Street, Shongotedu. The residents say 5 months after the Lagos State government had asked the authorities of Peninsula Estate to remove an illegal fence, nothing has been done about it, and now their property and lives are threatened.
Now, those are your photos and videos. Do keep them coming. Let's also have you send us positive stories, innovations, and much more, as well as self-help projects. Would love to tell those stories too. Till next week, when we hopefully should be back. I am Chris Alems, and remember, I'll keep my eyes on you. Bye-bye.